Hi, and welcome back. Today, I wanted to touch upon something very interesting. Have you heard about an app called Rectangle? This is available on a Mac laptop. What basically it does is when you have multiple windows open, it helps you sort the windows and align them in the four corners of the screen or however you want to do it. Their USP is it's more keyboard driven, and it makes a lot of sense because otherwise you don't need to put a window up there, align it, resize it, and all that stuff. The app takes care of itself, or it has a but icon on the top menu bar. You click it and you select the window and say align it here. Very useful app. I've been using it for about 2 years now. But with the new Mac OS, there is no need of rectangle anymore. Mac has included the alignment of the window into the app itself or into the ecosystem itself. So the app of Rectangle is not required by anybody. You don't need to buy anything. It's a secondary issue. The company has a lot of other apps which are useful, but Rectangle will get obsolete in the next few months when people start adopting to the new Mac OS ecosystem. Now, why I brought this topic is as ideators, as entrepreneurs, we want to create something which lasts long. But in today's dynamic world, how do you know it's going to last long? How do you know that you can be sure of your product or your app going to live for a lifetime? That's very uncertain, unless until you have other plans. In this video, I wanted to talk about the 7 key things what you need to keep in mind as an entrepreneur, as an ideator, as an innovator to ensure you're building a foolproof product for a long time. Now, one of the most interesting aspects of entrepreneurship is we start the journey thinking one day somebody will acquire us, or one day we will do something else. One day I'm going to sell the company, or one day I'm going to do something different. However, if you are not prepared to do those things, or let's say your company is not getting acquired, your product is not being purchased by somebody else, I can give you examples where many deals fell through because of what the founders are looking for and what actually the market is paying for them is not working out. Now, in this video, I wanted to focus on these 7 things which will help you as an ideator to start building or start thinking about how the longevity of your product and how you should prepare yourself to build products which last a lifetime. The first thing is identify a timeless problem. Now, when I talk about a timeless problem, the 3 things which come into our mind: education, healthcare, and finance. These 3 are timeless problems, will be there to the end of the universe, whenever that is. We really don't know about it, but these are timeless problems. But do you mean that you have to build something in this direction itself? Not required. Today, for example, there are a lot of tools which have come out for social media influencers or people like me who are doing YouTube videos. I can do it on the phone. I can use a camera. There are editing softwares. It'll write the captions automatically. It'll cut into small 60-second videos so that I can use it for marketing purposes. Lot of other aspects are there. These are called ancillary products or ancillary support systems for the main one. If you go back into tracking if you're solving a timeless problem or not, you will know that you are part of the bigger ecosystem which will ensure that you are there. However, when you are building timeless domain problem, or when you're solving a problem for the timeless domain, you are looking at practicality first. Don't be too futuristic about it, and don't be as on today. Because if you're too futuristic, the remaining trends, when they come in, it might impact you. If you are grounded to today solving the problem, you might run out of the energy when actually the other people are solving the problem in a better way. So you need to balance out this whole aspect of your product. Look at it, how you're solving. See if you can add any more workflow which will help you sustain for a little futuristic approach. So that's one thing you can consider while you are building your product. The second one, the most important, ensure you are incorporating scalability into your product. This can be a physical product, this can be a technology product, anything, but ensure you are scalable. What if you become big and you one day it lapses, your product lapses? There's a fantastic example. Way back in 2013, if I'm not wrong, there was an app, it was conceptualized in the US. What it was doing is it was allowing people to book a table at their favorite bar for the weekend, because weekends usually gets rushed. Now, everything went well, but when they went live that day, when they pushed it, they marketed the app very well and did everything. That day, the technology crashed and the app had no future. Eventually, they closed down. Now, these are the things what you need to consider. You should be prepared mentally. How do I scale my technology? Or if you are manufacturing something, how do I scale the production? What if your product becomes a hit? And if you make people wait for the next iteration of your product to come, people will not wait. Somebody else might come up with a bigger wallet, and they will take over your market. So ensure you have scalability. I touched upon this in my previous videos. To ensure you're scalable, you incorporate scalability into your product. The third most important, yes, it will be a little notorious when I talk about this, identify the appropriate technologies correctly. Don't get carried away with new technologies coming. Now, I will spend a little time here sharing my view. Today, everybody, even a small app says we are AI powered. Correct? I'm sure you've encountered. I'll give you my personal challenge in the last 10 days. I'm trying to create YouTube shorts. You must have seen on my channel. Predominantly, I was doing it with myself. Then somebody recommended, why don't you do AI powered shorts so that they're more appealing? Which made sense for me. Then I started exploring what are the platforms which are available where I can do YouTube shorts, and it does the captions and gives it out, or I can use more better visuals in the short so that it attracts people to listen to that short. I have tried n number of platforms. Finally, I'm using Lumen5, but Lumen5 is $80 a month subscription. And if I look at alternatives, I'm getting for $10, I'm getting for $12, but one or the other feature is missing what I exactly want. Second, the visuals are not compelling. Everybody is saying we are searching the backend to find the right images to what I'm talking. End of the day, it is Lumen5 which won, but $80 a month subscription is a little expensive. Now, why this is happening is because technology is expensive, AI is expensive, it is not cheap. So if you want to adopt to AI completely, you need to use expensive tools, and most of us cannot afford. Now I cut down on a couple of other subscriptions what I have to be able to afford to Lumen5. But Lumen5 also, I have a limitation. I can't do more than 5 or 8 shots a month for the $30. So I had to go, even that also it's about 10. So I have to plan my combination of how I'm going to do the shots. In summary, what I'm saying is, just because there is a new trend of technology, everybody is talking about it, don't jump into it. It might not be practical to incorporate everything from day one, because the moment you start incorporating, the returns on investment on your product using the technology will be high, and probably people might not buy it. All I'm saying is, Use the technologies which are appropriate. Don't run behind the hypes of any technology, not even AI. Talk about anything. If you ask my perspective, I'm going to do a video on this and my complete take on how you should leverage AI and how is it efficient, how is it inefficient, what are the limitations. There are a lot of limitations if you have not noticed with AI, and what is the future. Now, the best advantage for us at this junction is any product for a complete 100% utilization takes a lot of time. When I say a lot of time, I'm talking about 15, 20 years time. Now, AI to be adopted across the world, let's say it has really ensured it's touching everybody's life. Trust me, to touch all the 8 billion people on planet Earth, it'll take at least 20 to 30 years. Why? Because right now, the expense you make on incorporating AI into your product is going to be high. So there might not be many people who are wanting to buy your product or service, paying a premium price. For the price to come down, there should be more number of users, and for more number of users, the price should come down. I'm repeating it to ensure that you understand what I'm trying to say. Now, how is it adopted into our ecosystem? Only the large companies can afford it today. And when large companies afford it, there are only few sections of the society who can use that power. There are amazing podcasts, there are amazing articles which you can read about how to incorporate AI and how it's making a change. So don't panic that you have to be using the new technologies as and when they come. Give them the gestation period, but your product should solve the problem for your customer in the most inexpensive way, and the customer should be retaining. I'll talk about it as the last point, how to build communities. That's very important. So don't jump onto the bandwagon trying to use any new technology which is coming. Please consider utilizing appropriate technologies for building your product or service. The next point is going to be agility. Be agile so that you don't have surprises when somebody else brings out a product which is either close to you, or it's going to compete with you, or it has more market appeal. So be agile so that you can mentally prepare how to navigate the challenge and incorporate those aspects into your product or service. Build a resilient business model. Don't see, when you start selling your product, what we do is, when you look at the break even points, I have seen many entrepreneurs in their pitch decks. If you give me this money, or if I have this money, in 12 months I will break even, right? Because I'm going to sell 100,000 units of my product, or I'm going to sell 50,000 subscriptions for my product. That is not practical. If somebody is writing it, they are doing their market research completely wrong, and it is not making any sense. The reason being, we as entrepreneurs get carried away with the idea and we think everybody is going to accept it. No. The reason why is because the sales and marketing is a long process. It does not sell overnight. Why look at me? I've tried 10 tools. I paid the $10. Secondary issue, I asked for refund for everything. But I picked up one. So the first tool which I paid, if that guy thinks I made a sale, he's not made a sale because I have 24 hours to refund it. I quickly test the platform and it's not for me, immediately request for a refund and close it off back. Right? So building a resilient business model is ensuring you are playing the long-term game. Don't try to recoup all your investment within the first year. Try to make people get adapted to your product. Then slowly start increasing the price. I can give you n number of examples why in India, if you relate to Swiggy and Zomato, initially when they came, they had no platform fee, they had no delivery fee, nothing. So over the period of time, after people started adopting it, what happened? They have a platform fee, they have a delivery fee about 2 kilometers. Everything came into picture. right? So no company can survive if day one, if you add all these components, if you're building an app like them and incorporating it, people are not going to buy it. And now with these examples, people are also mentally prepared that, oh, one day this platform will give additional charges for me. So, the society is getting adjusted, not only here, anywhere in the world. I can give you examples. This is how organizations bring people on board. They bring people on board, but the second part is if you can't sustain that onboarding and the service is gone, you will be dead. So there is a fine tuning of everything. So ensure you're building resilient business model. By the way, I do this as my full-time job. I work with entrepreneurs to identify the revenue models and how you can bring in innovation while breaking up your charges, and how you can build more revenue points into your product. If you're interested, leave me a comment or reach out to me, and we can talk about it. Going for the second one, or the last but least, sixth point: build partnerships. Now, when I say build partnerships, on day one, you might not require. You might require over a period of time. So ensure you categorize your product offerings and how you have to partner, or if you have to partner with others for you to survive. So, for example, if you're building a hyper local delivery platform, right, you need partnerships. Let's say initially you don't need partnerships. You have decided that you're going to become a wholesale or a retail person, and you want to stock everything and you're going to service it from your platform. Fantastic. But the next point is, over a period of time, you might have to have partners, because you can have your store warehouse in one location, but if you have to give it to other locations, you can't deliver immediately. Freshness will be gone. There are a lot of things will come into picture. So you might want to partner with somebody to have a local warehouse in that locality to deliver it faster. Keep that in your planning. So if you don't have partners today, you will have tomorrow, because there is no business which exists without partnerships today. So, and the future is going to be platform driven. I will talk about it a little later on what are platforms and how you should think of creating a platform. But yeah, it's going to be platform driven. So ensure you are planning for future partnerships. Last but not the least, most importantly, today's winning products have communities. Communities are your strong backbone. You have to plan for it if you want to create an award winning product or platform. Let me give you an example. Apple, Microsoft, Samsung, Huawei, all these people are coming out with various ideas, various innovations. Now, why do we have a lot of memes across the sales and marketing teams of Samsung and Apple, right? Because Samsung says we are better than them. We have a better feature than Apple. Apple says we are much more better than them. Okay, Apple never says it, but still, what I'm saying is, but you have hardcore fans of the Apple ecosystem. You have hardcore fans of the Samsung ecosystem. You have hardcore fans of Huawei ecosystem, or any other ecosystem for the matter of fact. They are building their communities. They are their strong bone. So whenever there is a new phone launches, even though the phone has better features or better affordability and everything, hardcore fans don't jump bridges because they're used to the ecosystem, right? The way I use my phone is my personal choice, and I'm used to my workflows. That's the hook for you. So if you're building a product or a service, try to find ways how you can hook your users onto you so that they become loyal to your product, and thereby you're starting to build a community. And when you start building a community, there is a lot of give and take. So for instance, if you are on the Samsung ecosystem or the Apple ecosystem, certain new apps which come, hey, this is a beta for you, why don't you test it and give us, so you get insights into new things. Or if you are using, whenever Samsung launches a new phone, they say, existing guys, if you want to upgrade, here is your coupon code. So they're ensuring they're taking care of their ecosystem members. Build a strong community who are favoring you. The next most important Listen to your community. When they give you a feedback, listen to the community. Don't be adamant saying, you don't understand. I know what I'm trying to do. If you are successful, great. If not, you lose the members of your community and becomes very, very complicated for you. So, in summary, if you are an entrepreneur preparing to launch a technology product or a hard product, whatever it is, plan for the product life cycle. You want to play for the long term. You want to play with the confidence. Don't look at short terms. Don't look at getting carried away with new technologies or new terms which come into market. No, believe in your problem, believe in your solution, identify a solution which you can scale up and thereby have your community also grow along with you. This will help you create a sustainable, a long lasting product. Hope this made sense. If it does, please do share and subscribe. And if you want to know more about what I do, links are all given below. You want to have a conversation, please set up some time and we can get in and have a conversation. Thank you. And I will look forward to speaking to you soon. Bye bye.